El Clasico is not just another football match. It's an event that stops the world. For 90 minutes, time seems to stand still as two of the most storied clubs in football history face off. The anticipation builds for weeks, with fans and pundits alike speculating about lineups, tactics, and which superstar will rise to the occasion. It's a spectacle that transcends sport, capturing the imagination of millions. When FC Barcelona and Real Madrid clash, millions tune in from every corner of the globe. From bustling city squares in Europe to remote villages in Africa and Asia, the world unites in front of screens big and small. The match becomes a global celebration, a shared experience that brings together people of all backgrounds, languages, and cultures. For many, it's a family tradition, a moment to gather and cheer, to hope and dream. This rivalry is a battle for supremacy in Spain, a contest that has defined eras and launched legends. Every encounter is a new chapter in a story that stretches back over a century, filled with unforgettable moments and dramatic twists. The stakes are always high, with pride, history, and honor on the line. For the players, it's a chance to etch their names into football folklore. Every tackle, pass, and goal is magnified, carrying the weight of decades of competition. The roar of the crowd after a goal, the collective gasp at a near miss. These are moments that live on in memory. The intensity on the pitch is matched only by the passion in the stands, where every supporter feels like a participant in the drama. The cities of Barcelona and Madrid buzz with electric energy long before kickoff. Streets are awash in team colors, and the air is thick with anticipation. Local businesses thrive, and the entire city seems to pulse with excitement. For residents, El Clasico is more than a game. It's a festival, a source of identity and pride. For players, it's the ultimate test of skill and nerve, a chance to follow in the footsteps of legends like Di Stefano, Cruyff, Messi, and Ronaldo. The pressure is immense, but so is the opportunity. To become a hero, to inspire the next generation, to be remembered forever in the annals of football history. The pressure is immense, but the reward, eternal glory. For every winner, there is a loser, and the emotions run deep. Triumph and heartbreak are two sides of the same coin, and both are felt with equal intensity. Barcelona's tiki-taka and Real Madrid's Galacticos philosophies collide, making every match a tactical chess game. Each side brings its own style, its own approach, and the result is a fascinating battle of wits and willpower. The smallest adjustment can tip the balance, and every decision is scrutinized by millions. Managers on the sidelines are chess masters, one move away from triumph or disaster. Their strategies and substitutions can change the course of history, and their legacies are shaped by these high-stakes encounters. Winning El Clasico can define a season and grant bragging rights for months. The result echoes far beyond the stadium, fueling debates and celebrations in homes, workplaces, and schools across the world. For players, a decisive moment can elevate them to legendary status. One goal, one save, one unforgettable play can change a career forever, turning a promising talent into a household name. These stories become football folklore, passed down through generations. Every family has its own El Clasico memories, its own heroes and heartbreaks, woven into the fabric of their lives. El Clasico is where heroes are made, dreams are realized, and the world watches in awe. It's a reminder of football's power to inspire, to unite, and to create moments that last a lifetime. Every edition feels like a cup final, no matter the competition or time of year. El Clasico is more than just a match. It's a living legend, a celebration of rivalry, passion, and the beautiful game itself. In El Clasico, records are made to be broken, but some seem untouchable, etched into the very fabric of football history. For decades, this legendary rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid has been the stage for unforgettable moments, where heroes are born and legends are made. The pressure is immense, the stakes higher than anywhere else, and the world watches as the next chapter unfolds. Yet, every so often, a prodigy emerges who seems destined to rewrite the script. Enter Lamine Yamal, a name that, until recently, was whispered with excitement among youth coaches and die-hard fans, but is now shouted from the rooftops of Barcelona. On October 26, 2024, Yamal, just 17 years and 105 days old, became the youngest goalscorer in the fixture's history. In a moment that electrified the stadium, he found the back of the net against Real Madrid, etching his name into the annals of El Clasico forever. His goal wasn't just a statistic, it was a statement. It was a declaration that the next generation had arrived, fearless and ready to take on the world's biggest stage. The emotion on his face, the roar of the crowd, and the stunned silence of his opponents told the story of a new era dawning. With Messi and Ronaldo gone, fans wondered who would define the new era. For years, the rivalry was shaped by their brilliance, their goals, and their relentless pursuit of greatness. But as the banners of these icons hung in the stands, Yamal's strike provided the answer, A new hero was ready to step into the spotlight. His fearlessness on the biggest stage captured imaginations worldwide. From Barcelona to Buenos Aires, from Madrid to Mumbai, fans watched in awe as a teenager played with the composure and confidence of a seasoned veteran. Yamal's dazzling footwork and unshakable belief inspired millions. Scoring in El Clasico at such a young age is more than just a personal achievement. It's a symbol of hope for Barcelona fans everywhere. It's proof that La Masia's magic endures, that the academy continues to produce players who can carry the club's legacy forward. For every young player dreaming on the training pitches, Yamal's goal is a beacon. Before Yamal, this record belonged to another wonder kid who carried the hopes of Camp Nou. Ansu Fati's rise was meteoric, and his youthful exuberance brought fresh energy to the team when it was needed most. For 4 years, the youngest El Clasico scorer was Ansu Fati, a player who seemed destined for greatness. His name became synonymous with precocious talent and the promise of a bright future, inspiring a generation of fans and players alike. Fati's story is a reminder of how quickly a young star can capture hearts and write his own chapter in this epic rivalry. Now, with Lamine Yamal blazing a new trail, the legacy of youth, hope, and ambition in El Clasico continues, proving that football's greatest stories are always being rewritten. Before Yamal, the youngest El Clasico goalscorer was Ansu Fati, another La Masia sensation. Fati was the heir apparent to Messi, breaking records with every appearance. Born in Guinea-Bissau, he moved to Spain young and joined La Masia at 10, quickly rising through the ranks. Coaches marveled at his natural gift, maturity, and infectious confidence. Fati became Barcelona's second youngest La Liga debutant, youngest goalscorer, and the youngest to score and assist in a league match. He also set a Champions League record, showing composure beyond his years. Fati's rise gave fans hope during a turbulent time, and he was handed the iconic number 10 shirt after Messi's departure. More than a player, Fati became a symbol of renewal and the club's future. Ansu Fati's journey began in Guinea-Bissau, far from football's glamour. His father moved to Spain for a better life, and Ansu joined him at age 6. His talent was obvious, attracting scouts from Spain's biggest clubs. At 10, he chose Barcelona's La Masia, where he thrived, learning both football and life values. Fati's rapid ascent saw him playing above his age group, impressing coaches with his skill and eye for goal. By 16, he was on the verge of the first team, debuting after an injury crisis in 2019. From the streets of Bissau to Camp Nou, Fati's story is a modern football fairy tale. October 24, 2020. Barcelona hosted Real Madrid at an empty Camp Nou, the rivalry undimmed by the pandemic. Real Madrid struck first, Valverde scoring just 5 minutes in. For a young Barcelona side, conceding early was a test of character. The response was immediate. 3 minutes later, Messi found Alba, who squared the ball for Ansu Fati. Fati, with composure beyond his years, finished confidently past Courtois. The goal was pure Barcelona, youth, teamwork, and attacking philosophy. Fati's equalizer made history, etching his name into El Clasico folklore. The scoreboard read 1-1, the match wide open. Despite Fati's heroics, Real Madrid ultimately won 3-1. But for Fati, the moment was unforgettable. He had become the youngest scorer in the modern era of El Clasico. At 17 years and 359 days, Fati broke Raul's record as the youngest El Clasico scorer of the 21st century. Scoring in this fixture is a dream for any player. Doing it as a teenager is extraordinary. For Barcelona, it was a sign that the future was already here, with La Masia still producing match winners. The goal was a perfect blend of old and new: Messi's pass, Alba's assist, Fati's finish. Fati's calm under pressure showed rare mental strength. Joining the list of youngest scorers placed him among legends. His goal became a symbol of hope and continuity for Barcelona fans. It promised a future where Fati would be a protagonist in many more Clásicos. Lamine Yamal's rise naturally draws comparisons to Ansu Fati. Both are La Masia products, breaking into the first team as teenagers and dazzling with their talent. Fati is a direct goal scorer, excelling with clever runs and clinical finishing. Yamal is a classic winger, a dribbler and creator from the flanks. Fati's record came in a tough loss, Yamal's in a dominant win. Injuries have hampered Fati's progress, while Yamal has so far avoided major setbacks. Their stories highlight both the promise and fragility of young careers. Both are generational talents, and fans hope they'll define the next era of El Clasico. Scoring in El Clasico at 17 should have launched Fati's career, and for a while, it did. But weeks later, a severe knee injury sidelined him for nearly a year. The road back was long and filled with setbacks, testing his resilience. His comeback was emotional, scoring minutes after returning to Camp Nou. Yet, recurring injuries made consistency elusive, and he struggled to regain his explosive form. To rebuild, Fati went on loan to Brighton, seeking regular minutes away from Barcelona's spotlight. His time in England was mixed, but crucial for his rehabilitation. Fati's story is now one of perseverance, not just prodigy. Fans everywhere still hope he'll fulfill the promise of that historic Clásico goal. Young stars like Fati and Yamal do more than break records. They renew the rivalry's magic. Their presence on the pitch is a reminder that El Clasico is not just about history, but about the future being written in real time. Every touch, every sprint, every fearless dribble from these teenagers injects a sense of wonder and possibility into the game, making each match feel like a new beginning. When a La Masia teenager scores against Madrid, it's a victory for Barcelona's philosophy and identity. It's proof that the club's faith in youth development pays off on the grandest stage. These moments are more than goals. They're statements, showing that the next generation is ready to carry the torch and defend the club's values with pride. Youth brings unpredictability and fearlessness, inspiring teammates and thrilling fans. Their willingness to take risks, to try the unexpected, often shifts the momentum of the match. For their older teammates, it's a source of motivation, a reminder of the hunger and drive that first brought them to the top. Their exuberance can change a match's dynamic, injecting belief and energy. When a young player scores or makes a daring play, it lifts the entire stadium, uniting fans and players in a surge of hope. The energy is contagious, often leading to unforgettable comebacks or moments of brilliance that define El Clasico. With Messi and Ronaldo gone, new prodigies like Fati, Yamal, Gavi, and Pedri for Barca, and Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Bellingham for Madrid, ignite a new chapter. These young talents are not just filling the shoes of legends, they're creating their own legacies, bringing fresh rivalries and unforgettable moments to the world's biggest stage. Fans now dream about what these players might achieve. Will they become legends? The excitement in the stands is palpable, as supporters imagine the records that could be broken and the history that could be made by these rising stars. Lead their teams to glory? Could they be the ones to lift trophies and inspire a new era of dominance? The hope is real, and it fuels the passion of millions. Watching a 17-year-old score in El Clasico is a glimpse into football's future. It's a moment that captures the imagination, showing that greatness can emerge at any age, and that the next superstar might be just a teenager with a dream and a ball at their feet. The stories of Fati and Yamal remind us, while we cherish past legends, it's tomorrow's heroes who keep El Clasico alive. Their journeys echo those of the greats, but with their own unique flair and ambition, ensuring the rivalry never grows old. The magic endures, generation after generation. As new stars rise and old ones pass the torch, El Clasico remains a celebration of youth, passion, and the endless possibilities of football.